It just seems like a lot of the stuff I do just seems to go wrong. Just nothing ever really seems to go right for me. Like if sometimes if things are going a little too well, I'm something is bound to go wrong. I don't know. I'm not really sure what it is. Every time like something is going really well for me, and like I have like a really good day, it'll be by the end of the day something will be bound to go wrong. Like it was just the other day at work. I was trying to move some bulbs. It was a big box of these long fluorescent tube bulbs, and I was trying to pull them out from an old batch of box of bulbs. And as I was pulling them out, I had 4 bulbs set aside, 4 old burnt bulbs, so I can take out the old box and put the new one in. And everything was going fine. Because I say this like it was the biggest thing that ever happened, because I was just pulling it out. Everything was going okay. At the last moment when I actually pull the box out, nothing falls. But just as I stand up and I turn, all the bulbs fall out. They break, they shatter, and now there's this really bad like smell in the basement where I went to pull out the boxes, and now they just smell. The room just smells really, really bad. So what's happening now is that downstairs there's this bad smell in the room because I broke 4 fluorescent bulbs, and I'm not even sure what the hell happened. It just seems like my luck just never really seems to go out the way like I want it to. My luck is just terrible. Every time I try to do something, nothing ever seems to go right. That is extremely loud. But then there's like other things too. Like just today I was trying to move a cabinet. And I had a dolly, and if any of you don't know what a dolly is, it's basically a wheelbarrow without the whole barrow inside and just 2 wheels on the side with no end. So basically, it's just this little thing where you can push stuff around. It's so you can pick up heavy stuff. And so I'm moving one around, and my boss had just waxed the floors. And so now I'm not supposed to scratch the floors. So as I go in, I'm trying to put the cabinet down. Well, the whole thing topples over, and now it's on its side, and I scratch the floor up all the hell. I don't know what it is with my luck, but I just never have good luck with anything. It's kind of like my YouTube channels. I've been through like 6 YouTube channels, and I've never had any luck with any of them. I didn't like any of them. Any of the stuff that I did on there just seemed kind of stupid. I had one good channel where I called myself The Seeker. It was kind of a dumb name. Well, so isn't Punster, but I don't care. It was a good channel for a while, but a lot of the stuff I was talking about, I didn't realize just how mediocre it was. At best, I got a few good videos out of it, and even now I'm sort of going off the same content I did back then. But it just wasn't, it wasn't good content. Like nearly 30, like almost 50% of the time, it wasn't good content because a lot of the stuff I talked about was pointless. There was no real conveying message to what I was talking about. Just the fact that I just was talking about whatever I had on my mind. That's kind of what got me used to like making commentaries like these. And I've just gotten like so much better at having to like speak without having to use a script either. I'm not the best with it either, but I'm learning, and I'm okay with that. Jesus Christ, I cannot see shit. Usually it takes forever for me to find a monster in this game, but I actually found this guy pretty quickly. Whoa, Jesus. I can't seem to get away from this guy, can I? I'm dead! How the hell did I die? Where the hell am I? Oh, I'm invisible. So recently my friend just gained 100 subscribers, and, for a lot of you, like, big-time YouTubers, if you ever see this with my measly 5 subscribers and then like comparing it to another friend of mine who has 100 subscribers, that may not seem like a lot, but to anybody else, you gotta really think about that. Just 100 people, like that's a lot of people that you have to entertain, and it just, to have to talk to that kind of an audience, like 100 people is a good enough audience in itself. Having that many people listen to you is it's kind of concerning, actually, but I'm happy for him. He seems pretty happy about it. I don't know how many views he gets. I never really check his analytics. He doesn't get many of like the 100 views out of his subscribers, but he gets a decent amount of views. It's enough to the point where he's noticeable, and I hope he does better. He does well. I helped him a lot through a lot of his videos. He's helped me through some of mine, but that was when I was deciding to change channels like almost all the time. I could never really find like a good mindset about my channel. It seems as though my buddy at Epic Productions, he seems to do really well at keeping to something even when it isn't good, and even then he's gotten like a lot better. Like, yeah, he can improve on a lot of stuff even when you don't know if it's going to be good or bad. it's still like, you know, that kind of dedication to something that you kind of just keep going with something. And that's just something I've never really had. I've just, you know, if something doesn't really go right, then I'll just end up, you know, not worrying about it anymore. I'll just quit. And I would like to stick to more stuff, you know, finish out what I've started. I just don't know where to get the motivation from. I would just rather sit around, play video games. I guess that's why it's easy to make videos nowadays. You just sit around and play video games, and it's that much easier to make a video. Forget making good content. I want to just sit around, play video games. There's like a lot of monsters here. I don't get the point of this game. Like, you're supposed to kill like the main monster's source of food, which are these little monsters, but they keep respawning everywhere, and you can barely find like the smaller monsters when you're the hunter, but when you're a monster, you find them everywhere. It's just that much easier. Holy Jesus, this guy is tough. What the hell? I really hope. Oh, that's because I'm fighting two monsters at once. Things were going really well for me. I'm not sure what happened. Okay, I gotta get this guy out of here. He's just gonna keep demolishing me. Like, I can't get away from this dude and revive my teammates at the same time, yet he just hunts me down. He doesn't go for anything else. This is what content has come to. Me complaining about video games. That's just all content now. Just people complaining about like the smallest of things. It doesn't have to be anything like real concerning. It's just meaningless crap. Just nobody really listens to the actual stuff that goes on. It's probably why my normal videos don't get so many views. This I'm probably sure just because like it's not Call of Duty. So I'm sure like it's not going to get as many views as it would because it doesn't show up in the search results. But if it's just gameplay and itself and people can find it, they'll go crazy over it. They'll say, "Oh, the gameplay sucks," or "Oh, you missed some stuff in the game." It's like, yeah, sure, whatever makes you happy, pal.